Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another pick a card. So this pick a card video is going to be for messages from your future higher self. So what message do you need to know from your future higher self that could help you right now, guide you right now through some times that you might be going through? Sometimes we might be stuck, but we not knowing where we're going. But sometimes these messages from our higher self can help us and guide us along, and just reminding us that everything is okay and that we are right where we're supposed to be. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you. Welcome. I hope you subscribe, like, and comment below. If you already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. So again, I have 3 piles: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. If you need some more time to pick your pile, if you're new to these type of pick a cards and you don't know how to pick a card, you could always just close your eyes and just ask yourself that question inside of you. What message do you need to hear from a higher self? Close your eyes and just listen to your intuition and go with your gut to which and that your intuition guides you to. So again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. If you're ready, the timestamps will be at the bottom in this description box for you to click on the timestamps. My Instagram link is also in my description box, and also my Etsy shop. I do a lot love doing candle magic, so I do candles. So I have a lot of different types and varieties of candles in my Etsy shop. I also have links to donations to always, if you donations are always welcome for the energy exchanges. So pile 1, if you're ready, this is your pile 1. So if you pick pile 1, this is your reading. So what message do you need to hear from your higher self? And we do have a lot of cards today. So let's see. So first card we have Master Buddha. Increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Nightingale spirit, love is all around. Beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. Okay, so you might be at a stage in your life where you might be trying to build something solid. Could be home life, could be work-wise, career-wise. But I do feel like you're during this time where your higher self is trying to tell you that there's some things that you still need to be aware of. There's still things that need to develop. There's still things that need to fall into place. But it's like, listen to your inner voice, listen to your heart, follow the rhythm of your heart. Follow what moves you. That's why they say move to the rhythm of your heart, or to the beat of your heart, because do things that, sorry, I moved the camera, do things or move that move you, that give you that sense of rhythm in your life, that kind of moves you and brings a soft, gentle song to your heart, because it moves you and then just brings such a melody into your life. So we got message in a bottle, number 15. What do you need to release? Waning moon. Blessing in disguise. Fellow travelers, support is all around. And that's what I was kind of getting with the beaver too, is, since beavers always work in communities and always work, so closely with everybody. So it's like, their support is always all around, meaning, there might be people around you that still need to come into place to help you along your way. Or there's people around you that could guide you and actually giving you guidance along the way, leading you in the right direction that you need to go. You guys might be in the process of releasing something. Maybe it's a way of thinking, a way of how you function, or the sense of mentality that you have adapted from, that was given to you. Maybe that's something that you're still releasing, or that you need to release, so that way your awareness may increase. and your confidence as well as what I'm hearing. And you might be going through something that you're currently losing or letting go of, but it might be very painful to you at the moment, but it's in reality, it's a blessing in disguise. And your higher self is just letting you know that everything's going to be okay, to let go, to not be afraid of letting go. With message in the bottle, I feel like, I feel like you might have some hard times hearing the messages from your higher self, or have a hard time listening to your intuition. And then it's kind of with the increased awareness. So it's like you're learning to listen to your intuition. But by listening to intuition, it's like you have to follow your own rhythm, follow the beat of your heart. And there's something that appears in your life to be a problem, just to know that it's not actually a problem, or it's actually a blessing in disguise. You might not understand it right now, but you might be going through a sense of purity, or awakening, or through this deep transformation of letting go of maybe the old you and becoming the new you. And again, with the white, so it's like a part of like a regeneration process of, going through this cleanse, as, snow represents a purification process, a cleansing process. So you might be going through this type of, purification process. Broken arrow, embrace that energy of peace. See beyond the current situation. So yeah, again, it's like, your higher self is letting you know that there's a lot of things that are happening behind the veil that you might not know. You might be in the dark right now, but it's like, your higher self wants you to know, to tune into yourself, to tune into the rhythm of your heart, to tune into your heart space. So you might hear the messages from your higher self because it feels like it's in a bottle, or it might feel distorted. I feel like the messages might feel distorted, like might understand what it's, how when you're underwater and your ears, how they sound, like that's how it sounds like, the messages that you're receiving from your higher self. It's like you can't understand what you're receiving, or it's like you just don't know what, you don't know how to pinpoint, I guess, is what I'm hearing. And then we have like two crosses right here. So you might be at a crossroads in your life at the moment of, especially with this person right here, with this guy. It's, just looking over to see, where's my abundance? Like, where is my happiness? Like, where is my rainbow, or where is this rainbow end? Or, what I'm saying is like, that's what I'm hearing, is like, where's my happiness? Where's my abundance? Especially with the oranges right here. But it's like, it's right here, but it's like you could barely see it. You can't see it. You see what I'm saying? It's like you can't see it at the moment. So there's a sense to, do more meditation, or, tune in more into your heart space, and tune in more within yourself, so that you might be able to hear the messages from your higher self or from your guides. So we got number 21. This cards don't have the names on it, but I'll look it up right now. So we got gateway, and then we got flow. Yeah, so again, it's with the crossroads things. With this gateway, it's like you're going through this generation process, that it's opening this gateway for you of a transformation, of leaving something behind and going into your, like, moving into your, like, your unique self. It's like that's what the unicorn represents, right? A magical, unique person, it's a unique being, and it's also a highly intelligent, higher vibrational animal as well, a spirit animal, the unicorn. And it's also a sense of purity, that's snow, and then with the white peacock. You might be seeing peacocks, so a lot of birds recently as well. I'm sorry, let me take a drink of water. With this card, I don't know the name of the card right now, but I'll look it up right now. But what I'm getting is like, you're learning to find your passions. Like, there's always a battle between something within you, within your higher self, or with your mentality, or with your thoughts, or the way you view things in life. But it's like, you might need to change your perspective and just flow with where you are being taken, or where you're being guided. Because right now you're blinded to the truth, or you cannot see of what's going on, or where is this taking you. Why are things are happening? You might be questioning a lot of things. You might be going through a very deep emotional transformation. And that could be like the death of the ego, or letting go of the things that that you thought were truth are no longer truth. So you might be digging deeper into spirituality, you know. So it's like opening this can of worms of things that, you know, you just didn't understand or don't understand at the moment. So number 21 is instincts, and the advice of the dead is indulge in the flame that you feel burning without repressing it. Transform it into your strong point with pride, and you will obtain results you desire. So again, it's like that gives me that, like what I was just saying right now, that ego, the death of the ego. So you might be going through the death of the ego. A lot of people might be falling out of your, you know, your friends group, or, you know, a lot of changes might be happening around you. A lot of things in your community or in people, you know, that you've always been around. You know, like the things that, you know, your higher self wants you to know that there's a deeper meaning to the things that are actually happening right now in your life. But just to not worry, because support is all around you. You know, spirit is around you. You might be seeing a lot of birds. So there is a lot of birds. So a lot of birds might be, you know, around you, or try to send you to messages from the higher realms, but you just need to listen, because again, sometimes I feel like, you know, you can't hear your higher self or your intuition because it's kind of distorted. Or maybe you just can't see. Again, you know, the bird right here has a telescope, and you know what the seer is like, you just can't see, or you do not want to see. Or maybe you could be fighting the changes as well. You might be creating dams in your life that it's keeping you stagnant, and it's kind of like you're fighting the current when you're, you know, when your higher self just wants you to flow at the moment. There's no reason to fight anything right now at the moment, just to flow, because after all this releasing it and through all this trouble, this there's a blessing in disguise that's going to be, you know, rewarded to you at the end that you can't see, but it's, you know what I'm saying? But it's actually a blessing in disguise, and that you will understand at the end. All right, so that's all I have for pile 1. I hope it resonated for you guys. So pile 2. This is your reading, pile 2. So what are the messages from your higher self? What is your higher self, future higher self, needs you to know right now at this moment? So remember, this video is always timeless. When you come across this video, it was not a coincidence. It was meant for you to come across this video at this time. So first card is Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. I automatically feel like a lot of water, a lot of emotional turmoil, a lot of waves, you know, smashing against the rocks. It's like, it's what I'm seeing right now in my third eye. It's like just water smashing against rocks. You might be going through a rocky time at this moment, or a very emotional phase in your life. Time to heal, yeah. So you might be going through a, you know, a major, especially with the 5-5, a major transformational healing within yourself. This transformation could be happening within yourself. But it's like you might be very much in your feelings, but you need to stay grounded, because with the number 55, it's a very much major transformation. Yeah, so, you know, your higher self wants you to know that you're gonna overcome this. Again, another 5. So it's a big transformation that you're currently going through right now, but at the end you're gonna come out victorious. You know, you're gonna come out of this, you know, different, but it's like you're letting go of something toxic, especially with the snake. So it's like it could be something very toxic, or you're just going through this major transformation, emotional transformation, or healing, emotional healing that is going on within you. A lot of turmoil. You could be, currently be going through, depression, or you might have been going through a time of just being sad, or just being, I'm here feeling lonely, or feeling like you couldn't overcome this. But Spirit wants you to know that you're gonna overcome this. Your higher self wants you to know that you're gonna overcome this. There's a lot of turmoil, and I see like a lot of circles. So like there's a lot of turmoil right now going on. Sorry, let me take a sip of water. So number 27, exchanging gifts. The energy is gaining momentum. Joy. What I'm feeling is, like your higher self wants you to know that happier times awaits you. More joy in your life, more happiness with the dolphin. But again, there's more water. Just your higher self wants you to know that the energy will pick up soon. It will, things might seem like they're slowing down at the moment, or if they have slowed down, or you just might be in this very emotional place in your life. But, your higher self wants you to know that you're going to overcome this, that, life is going to come bearing gifts at the end. And there's something at the end that's going to come out like there's something that's going to come out of this is what I'm getting. Something that's being uncovered is what I'm hearing from this. Like it's helping you come out of the box that you were always caged in, or the box that you always put yourself in. It's like this is helping you to take off the mask. And again, you might be in a place in your life where you're more curious of what life has to offer. Wise leader, you are the beacon for others. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. So these two cards always, to me, they kind of resemble the same, of kind of sharing your gifts and exchanging your gifts. So put in this energy of exchange. I feel like, you're going through, some of you might be going through these transformations to help others, for later on for you to help and lead others in, in exchanging information, changing, you're going to be that, that teacher, like, that wise leader who's going to help other people who might be going through the situation later on, that you're going to be able to help this person because you already went through it. You're going to help them overcome it. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Number 11. I don't know the names of the cards by off the top, but I'll look it up right now. And then we got voyage and inflexibility. Again, water. So I feel like this pile is either you might be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or you're just going through this very dark period of the soul or shadow work. A lot of deep healing with emotional healing from the past. But it's like, just your higher self wants you to remain flexible. To remain flexible and just be aware of your thoughts. During this time, you might need to surround yourself near water to help you ground yourself, or you need to do things to surround yourself with protective energy to protect your sensitivity at this moment or at this time. You might be very sensitive as well to many things. Your intuition as well might be very may be very heightened at this time as well. I feel like this is the time where you're kind of going against the grain, especially with this arrow going this way and all of these arrows going this way. So it's like you're maybe wanting to, you're curious, again, curious about your following your north node, or what is your purpose in life. So I feel like this maybe has triggered this awakening within you, but to find your purpose in life, you must go through this, you know, emotional healing, or through this healing transformations in your life in order to reach that point in your life, if it makes sense. There's a sense of alchemy in this pile, of needing to turn these situations or this transformation, or take this, what is going on with you, and just turn it into, you know, be flexible with life, turn it into something that is going to help you come out victorious and be that leader and come out of the darkness. So let me see, what's the name of the card? So it's the goddess, I know I'm gonna say it wrong, Mictecachi, something like that. So the advice of the dead is: the study and analysis you have done is sufficient, and the time has come to put them to work, enacting your own synthesis. Again, yeah, exactly what I said. I don't even know why I'm reading 5, I just already say. Okay, anyways. So it's like there's a sense of alchemy, to take the knowledge or take the things that this is teaching you in order for you to alchemize it and turn it into something positive. Like this is helping you to let go of the skeletons from your past, or the things, to let go of attachments, to release yourself from the flock. So at this moment, you might be in a moment in time of your life where you're kind of going at this journey alone, or you might feel very alone. But that's kind of part of the spiritual awakening, or going through this kind of transformations in your life, because in reality, in this time, it's like nobody, even though people could be there for us, but we're still gonna feel like nobody understands us. But that's the whole point of it. It's, you know, for us to feel that way, in order for us to come back within ourselves. Because if nobody understands, we don't feel like nobody understands us, do we really understand ourselves though? So that's a moment for us to come back to ourselves and understand ourselves, so that we may be able to express ourselves in a certain way to the other people, so they may be able to understand us, if that makes sense. As within, as without. But again, that's like you're taking the lid off of things, you know. You're starting to come out of your cave, starting to come out as your authentic self. So you're releasing those layers that were given to you, you know, that are not a part of you. So you might be wanting to uncover the layers, you know, like the onion, uncover the layers until you get to the real you, to the real, you know, of who you really are. You want to get into the end of that tunnel, you know. But your higher self just wants to, you know, remain flexible, you know, let spirit guide you. You're going to overcome this. You will overcome this. You can overcome anything. I'm hearing you could also be a Taurus. So yeah, and that's all I have for pile 2. I hope that resonated and helped. So pile 3, this is your reading. Pile 3. So what are the messages from your higher self? What does your future higher self wants you to know right now at this moment in time? Again, this video is timeless. So when you come across this video is when you were supposed to come across it and hear the messages from your future higher self. Okay. First card, we got Lady Venus, downloads and understandings. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. Paris spirit, watch your words. For some reason, I'm feeling like you've been at this, maybe at this moment in time, you might feel like there's certain things that you don't understand from your surroundings. or you might understand what certain things are happening, or you might understand the messages or the downloads that are coming from spirit. Or you might be thinking twice about the messages or the insights or intuitive messages that you receive from spirit, and you don't want to take advantage of those messages, or that nudge from spirit when they kind of help you to co-create. So like you don't want to take that leap of faith. Like you're afraid of coming out of your comfort zone. So we got community, number 8. Confidence is key to success. Yeah. So new moon in Leo. So it's like, having confidence to take that leap of faith. It's like, with watch your words, it's like, how are you speaking to yourself? How are your thoughts impairing you from taking that leap of faith, and from understanding how certain things in your surroundings work, or from preventing you from seeing the bigger picture, from seeing the deeper meaning of things. It's like your ego is like, it's taking the wheel. It's like you might be set in your thoughts. You might be set in the way that you think. And I feel like we got more parrots right here. I'm not sure if they are, but they look like parrots to me. So we got family. So yeah, so I kind of got this from the community card too, family. Because your community is usually, your family, and then we got the family card here. I just heard, I don't want to be, I don't want to be like this person, or I don't want to be like that person. So, like referring to somebody in your family, you might be saying to yourself like, I don't want to be like this person, or be like that person when I grow up, or or like kind of judgy, So we got infinite abundance. Abundance is poured into your life. Spring, see your seeds grow. So I feel like some of you might be waiting to settle down and have their family. I feel like for others, you might have been wanting to plant things or create something with a family member, or you might have been done something with the family member in the past that kind of went wrong. There also what I'm hearing is, you might have a lot of family trauma, or family what is it, how could I say it? Give me the word, spirit. What is that word? So it's like a way of thinking around scarcity that was given to you by your family, a way of thinking around surrounding around your abundance, or how you view your abundance. So I feel like during this time you might be going through a time of seeing how your thoughts kind of prevent you from receiving your abundance, or from even manifesting things. And this could have been given to you by, or passed down from your family, from your ancestors. It's that kind of karma. And like you might be starting to understand how your family ways kind of no longer suit you, or you're starting to see how the emotional experiences affect your abundance. And from, again, taking that leap of faith of even believing that you could create your own abundance. Because you might have been going around a family home where you're always told that there was never enough, or that money doesn't grow on trees, or that you can't waste money on yourself, or that you have to work 3-4 jobs in order to create abundance for your family. But in reality, it's like, no, you know, you could work smarter, not harder. And unfortunately, a lot of that way of thinking usually surrounds, you know, minority classes or minority communities, you know, where that way of thinking, because we're always suppressed in that way of thinking, and it keeps being passed down to us. She wolf unleashed the wild within. So yeah, so I feel like you're breaking free from this kind of way of thinking, or this, you know, this family thing that keeps passing down. So we got number 12. Focus and delight. What this card is, what I'm getting is smoky mirrors. Let me just look up the name of the card real quick, since these cards don't have the name of them. I know this is a god's name, but I know I'm not going to say it right. Tezcatlipoca is the ancient god of the night, of war, of education and temptation. He is portrayed holding a mirror which he kills his enemies, forcing them to face their contradictions and discordance. For this reason, he is governed by the... Okay, but he is also capable of sacrificing himself. In fact, he lost the lake after using it as a bait to attract the monster Sipakli, whose body was used to form the earth and the human beings. Accessing a period of pause and meditation, one needs to be sacrificed to leave the chaos you find yourself in. You will thus be able to obtain great advantages from this perspective. Again, so it's that way of thinking, right? So it's like you need to focus on, you know, breaking yourself free. And it's like the smoky mirrors is like, what parts of yourself are you sacrificing, maybe even for your families, you know, like you might be, you know, be giving too much of yourself to your family, but it's like you need to focus on yourself, focus on your own abundance, or focus on what brings you delight. You might need to break away from your own community, from your family, in order to find yourself and to break away and to unleash the wild within, meaning to unleash the real person who's, you know, behind the mask, to unleash the person who's the real you, so that you may be confident in what you do. Again, you might be letting go of a lot of old beliefs. Maybe through this time, you might be going through a divorce, or, you know, from going through, you know, you might have been married or been together with a person for, you know, a long period of time. So you're breaking away from that. I also feel like there's also a lot of illusions with the smoky mirrors and then the new moon. So like there's things that are in the dark. So it's like, you know, a lot of things might be coming to the light. You might be not, again, at the beginning when I said that you might not be understanding, but it's like, again, the truth is being revealed, as what it's said right here. It's like the truth is being revealed. So you might be going through this, you know, learning the truth of something, and it's kind of been very hard on you. But, you know, they just want you to focus that the storm will pass. And just to focus on the delights of life, you know, of being gratitude, of what's in your surroundings. Could have been something that happened in spring, or somebody that's born in spring. And again, with the mountains, I always see it as a higher learning. So you might be going through a situation of that it's helping you receive a higher learning. You know, you're going through a lesson in life. You might be breaking away ancestral patterns, you know, and those could be very difficult, and it could be weighing a lot on ourselves. But it's like, you know, your ancestors could have been given a lot of things, or sacrificed a lot of parts of themselves for you, but it's like now up to you to break away from these things or break these patterns. And your future higher self also wants you to know, to have confidence. If you've been wanting to have a family, you know, have the confidence that, you know, you will be able to receive that delight, or that happiness that you've been wanting. But, you know, just to have the confidence, and don't let your ego get in the way. You know, with the spring, if you've been wanting, you know, a family, it's, you know, the rabbit always signifies, you know, fertility. So it's like, you know, just, you know, take that leap of faith when it comes. It's at this moment, it is a very fertile time, if that makes sense. Your future higher self also wants you to know, to, you know, that it's also a time to plant those seeds to create your abundance. You know, be confident, and, you know, be careful of how you sacrifice yourself. You don't have to be sacrificing certain parts of yourself in order to, you know, manifest your abundance, or you don't have to sacrifice so much of yourself to even create abundance in your life. Like, there's other ways to create abundance in your life, but you must face the reality and face the way of how you perceive life, or how you look at things. Let me see if I get anything else. You're definitely going through a growth sprout, is what I'm hearing. So you definitely could be going through a death of the ego. Or you might need to be going through a death of the ego to help you and understand things better. Because that could be, you know, preventing you from seeing the delight in the world, or seeing the delight in life, or even being gratitude for the things that you might have in your life right now, currently. You might be thinking that there's not enough currently right now, that there's never enough. So it's like, again, change that perspective, change that way of thinking, and don't let your ego get in the way, and bring more gratitude. You know, be grateful for the things in your surroundings. Be grateful for Mother Earth. Be grateful for nature. You know, be grateful for the things that are in your surroundings, and that's gonna help you change your perspective, and see how that's gonna help you, you know, grow and go through this growth sprout, so that you may manifest things, so that you may, you know, release the wild within. All right, and that's all I have for pile 3. I hope that helped and resonated. I hope to hear from you guys soon, and see you guys here back again next time. Bye.